Hey, it's Niall Livesey here, and we're at Park Avenue Lexus in Sainte-Julie, Quebec. We're doing something a little bit different here on TestDrive Showdown because we're taking two cars that are the same model. We have a 1990 Lexus ES 300 and the new 2018 Lexus ES 350. Now, it would be silly for us to do a showdown showing you why one is better than the other. You really can't do that with a car that's 20 years apart. But rather, we're going to be showing you what innovations Lexus has taken from their third generation ES into the sixth generation ES. We're going to be showing you all the differences about them and what makes these cars still share that same nameplate. Our showdown is on 20 years of the Lexus ES.
A lot has changed over the past 20 years, especially when you look at these two cars side by side. While both vehicles are still powered by naturally aspirated V6 engines and still have traditional automatic transmissions, the XV60 Lexus ES has gotten bigger, adding 6 inches to its wheelbase, and overall dimensions have grown slightly. The price, however, has gotten better when you factor in inflation. Getting historical MSRPs, then converting the currency to Canadian and adjusting for inflation isn't always accurate, but the Lexus appears to be more affordable today than it was in 1999. Xenon headlights were optional come 2000, but standard today. Safety features like pre-collision and lane departure weren't even conceivable at the turn of the millennium, and even radar cruise control was a relatively new thing only offered on the likes of the LS400. Inside the 1990 ES 300 is a relatively simple interior by today's standards, but one that was quite luxurious in its day. Leather seating was standard, whereas leatherette is the new norm. A steering wheel with a horn and airbag ensured a distraction-free drive, with today's wheel adding computer and audio controls along with driver assists. Both cars feel spacious on the inside, but the 2018 definitely has a lot more rear seat legroom and overall comfort. Features like heated seats have been around for decades now, but the addition of ventilation is something few new cars sport. The cabin of today is unquestionably more premium than its older brother, with leather and wood throughout, but that doesn't mean the 90s design is obsolete. Both interiors feel crafted with purpose, no button left behind to be stuck on as an afterthought. Lexus has continued to engineer their interiors based on logic, convenience, and comfort, and that's something you'll notice with either car. Although the 2018 has features you'll never get on a 1999, like navigation, the 15-speaker Mark Levinson audio system, full rear and side window sunshades, panoramic glass roof, heated steering wheel, and a power opening trunk, the third generation ES is still insanely popular and incredibly affordable. It's also reliable, with many owners reporting no issues with the cars into the 200,000 mile range by doing the required maintenance on time.
The things that we didn't really get into too much with the other Lexus video that we did, but when it comes to, at least my personal opinion, and everybody's going to have their own, but when it really comes to luxury, I do feel that Lexus is in line both back in the 90s and today still with Mercedes and BMW. I mean, take a look at the other Japanese luxury brands like Acura and Infiniti. Now, I don't feel like they're quite there, both in terms of what they're putting into their cars, but then also a big part of it is the brand itself. It doesn't even get to 3,000 when it shifts. It's just nice and smooth. And it is a 4-speed automatic transmission. GS had a 5, so there's only 4 in this, but driving around the area here, I didn't feel like you needed that extra gear. Maybe on the highway you'd be wanting a little bit more for fuel efficiency, but yeah, they really did put considerable thought into the transmission and the way that it shifts. And just like the brakes, go to a stop. I don't even want to do a rip. Usually we like to push a little bit, but I don't really want to with this car. There's no point. It's not meant for that. So if you were expecting me to take a rip, go full throttle, you are sadly out of luck. Oh, there we go. And I'd be very happy driving this every single day. I gotta say, it's very comfortable in here. The level of care that Lexus puts into their vehicles is outstanding. just going through the car to get all the video of the B-roll that we needed, I noticed a lot of little things about it that were really nice. You've got like a coin tray here just within, very easy to grab just underneath your auto high beams, parking sensors, and blind spot monitoring button. Super simple to get to. You've got a hidden cup holder here, so you put your Tim Hortons there. You've got a nice spot for it. Could certainly fit one of those extra large that I usually drink, but you've also got a cup holder beside the driver, which can be hidden with a little button. It's very elegantly designed. And again, what we've noticed with a lot of the Lexus vehicles, the other two that we featured, everything has been built with a purpose. It's not just stuck on after the fact. They thought, oh no, we need to put cup holders here, let's just stick them wherever we can. No. Everything was placed for a purpose, and it doesn't feel like anything was misplaced or forgotten. Everything was designed with intention.
These front-wheel drive mid-sized luxury sedans are a lot more alike than different. It was surprising to be able to drive the 1999 ES300 around Sainte-Julie and get a feel for it, then hop into the 2018 and find the driving experience nearly identical despite the 2-decade age difference. Enthusiasts and journalists love to talk about how a BMW drives a certain way, but I really felt that symbiosis with these two cars. Maybe it's the front-wheel drivetrain that I'm not used to, or the fact that I drove them back to back, but my experience was so similar that you'd think the 2018 was just a facelift for an already great platform from 1999. It's rare to find that these cars have a similar feel to them, especially when comparing across generations like we have, but this Showdown has definitely opened my eyes to a car that I'd have likely skipped over, much like other car enthusiasts. There's something special about the XV20 Lexus ES. When you consider 3 generations later, the car still performs beautifully. Whether you want a new car with all the bells and whistles, or a near classic with proven reliability and understated luxuries, the Lexus ES should be on your list of considerations. It will never rival the BMW 5 Series for performance, nor does it ride as smooth as a 4MATIC Mercedes E-Class, but the Lexus ES is way more than just a boring beige box on wheels. I would be happy adding either one of these cars to my garage. In fact, there's a 2000 ES300 Ultra Luxury with our name on it in Markham, if one day this show can afford to pick it up as a project. Thanks for watching this episode of Test Drive Showdown on 20 years of the Lexus ES. As always, if you've enjoyed this video, please give us a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel. Until next time, take care.